What strong, yet completely ridiculous opinion do you have that isn't political? Not my opinion, but a friend of mine. He believes that the reason that the world was able to industrialize was because people had cigarettes and coffee. That combination was able to allow people to work mundane and meaningless jobs on a lines for 12 hours a day for their entire life. Most people who drink coffee black have a superiority complex about it. I drink black coffee, but it's only because I'm better than you. I just do it to limit calories. There is literally never a bad time for pizza. Funeral pizza lol. I'm sorry. This is actually true. Even if you're don't want to eat the pizza at the time it arrives, you can always save it as cold pizza or warm it up later on. All the time is bad time for pizza for me. Lactose intolerance. Very, very, very sad face. It makes no sense that you're okay feeding your kids pancakes covered in syrup for breakfast but not actual cake. I have a 3-year-old who I don't think eats enough to keep a bird alive. I don't know how she does it. If she wanted cake for breakfast, I'd give it to her. Do people actually feed their kids pancakes covered in syrup for breakfast? I thought that was like special occasion on a holiday thing, not American. Kids shouldn't be watching TV in the backs of car seats on short trips around town. Similarly, parents shouldn't allow their kids to watch stuff on their tablets when they're out at restaurants. Agreed. But letting your kids watch movies in the car on long trips is wonderful. No more whining. No, are we there yet? And the trip is over before you know it. Why? People who like avocados are super loud about it. My sister literally has an avocado stuffed toy. Well, let me tell you about Nutri-Boom. People who hate avocados are super loud too. I always thought avocados must be terrible because my family complained bitterly about them. But it turns out I really like them. Oh cool. So does my dog. Yellow cake with chocolate frosting beats chocolate with chocolate frosting by a country mile. There. I've said it. Let's move on, bro. I feel that down in my soul. What is yellow cake? For some bizarre reason people keep giving me cake mixes. I've got half a cabinet full of them. All sorts of flavors except basic yellow, which is the only kind I really want. I hate imposing names to my Pokémon because it makes them seem more like subordinates instead of partners. Cats F no man! Exclamation mark. Exclamation mark. They F no. Those who can understand you and they know exactly what you want of them, they just don't care. Exclamation mark. They talk to you in meows because they think you're stupid and that's all you can understand. They try to feed you because, once again, they think you're stupid. I swear cats are from space and they are superior beings who communicate telepathically, but they know they can't unleash that power or any of their extensive knowledge on such a lowly form of life. First, such as humans, because we'd just kill each other flat out. And then who would scratch them for hours? If dark chocolate was called dairy-free chocolate, most people wouldn't even try it. Same with most vegan things. People stick their noses up at anything vegan, but it's literally just vegetables. Everything you eat that is not made from animal products is vegan. Yo, this got me. I love dark chocolate, but if it was marketed as dairy-free chocolate, it'd be getting a hard pass. Lasagna is just spaghetti cake. Tacos are just Mexican hot dogs. That people who brag about something generous they just didn't do it, that's a sweet Facebook status about how you just picked up that old woman's grocery bill. But I don't believe you. A person generous enough to do that would not be selfish enough to boast about it. That's two different personalities. If you really paid for somebody's groceries, we never would have heard about it. I'm a senior at school. I really don't want schools in my country to reopen. They should let us repeat the entire year properly. I hate online classes. I want to skip this academic year. I agree. The Oxford comma provides clarity. I'll use it and teach it until they pry it from my cold, dead hands. Cold, dead, and stiff hands. I don't even understand who the Oxford comma haters are. Are there really people out there who don't understand how completely necessary it is? Chicken wings are not an appetizer. Chicken wings are a meal. Nothing on the appetizer menu is an appetizer. It's a smaller meal. At Cheesecake Factory I got the hamburger sliders that were exactly the same size as a full-sized meal anywhere else. How does anyone eat that much food? Edit. LMAO, I forgot people shared appetizers. Most appetizers are the size of meals. That's why everyone is fat. GIF is pronounced with a hard G. I don't care that the guy that created it says it with a soft G. He's wrong. He's deaf wrong. G for graphic, so why would it be GIF? Exclamation mark. I have ridiculously specific opinions on forks. I don't like them if they are super heavy, but they have to have a little bit of weight so it doesn't feel like you are holding nothing. I like when they have a little bit of a pattern so they aren't too boring, and like it when the tines go almost to the bottom instead of stopping halfway. Since we have a variety of different forks in our drawer at home, I always look through to pick the best one. We don't need toenails. They're only good for scratching your calf and getting stubbed or ingrown. I got a tiny wood chip stuck under my toenail the other day. I feel this comment in my still sore toes. Well, they're actually pretty useful. They reduce physical impact on your toes, and they improve your ability to determine pressure beneath your toes. You can do anything you want. You have to deal with the consequences, whether positive or negative. The problem here is that a lot of actions you can take have strong negative consequences on others that you never get to see. For example, a factory polluting a river, causing health problems for people downstream. The people making decisions for that factory don't ever have to see the consequences. You can jump off a 20-story building, but only once. Working as a mechanic, I'm convinced tire companies send out trucks to dump nails on the road. I mean, really, how many nails can get on roads through natural causes? I've had at least 3 myself. It's insane.